Hey friends, Rima here. I wanted to share with you seasonal recovery tips. And these are recovery tips from after the holidays when we're all maybe kind of a little bit drained. Our homes might be a mess and our finances are probably a little bit down in the dumps. But I wanted to share a few tips. And the way I thought about this and the way I came up with this was today I was craving like really healthy, clean food. And I made a gorgeous Buddha bowl that I wish I had shown you. I know some people like to eat on camera and stuff, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to do it. I tried. I took a bite and I filmed it and it was just not, not a good look. So anyway, it just got me thinking like, this is reset time. So there are three areas um, where people kind of pedal backwards, and they are finances, and then health, and then your home. So let's start with finances. So with Christmas comes sometimes a lot of gift buying, gift giving, that kind of thing. And if you have like a new baby in the family, for example, if you want to give a generous amount of money to a college fund or something like that. So basically, what happens is sometimes we buy luxurious gifts for people and our finances start to plummet and we end up using a credit card or two. And then now we get our credit card statements and we're like, oh no, what did I do? So basically, what you do want to do is go ahead and recheck your finances. Now's the time to look at your statements once everything's settled and see what the biggest purchases are or the combination of purchases you made. And then with that number in mind mentally, start putting big chunks onto those cards. So you can do two methods. There's the snowball method, which I like, which is where you actually just pay off your smallest credit card first, and you try to add as much extra to it as you can. And then you keep bringing the balance over to the next one. The avalanche method is where you pay off the highest interest credit card first so that you can eliminate all the charges from having the high interest. But as far as just your Christmas expenditures, go ahead and try to put big chunks onto your credit card when you get your statement. Let's say your minimum payment due is $168. Go ahead and add an extra 200 or 300 to that if possible. So that is it for the money thing. The other great thing that I love to do is just to save. Um, and this is just standard issue. I think everyone by now should be doing this, but you just save at least 10 or 15%. So I like to use the 75, 15, 10 formula. So 75% of your paycheck goes to just daily expenses and things that cost a lot of money, like a mortgage or a rent. 15% goes to investments and 10% goes to just straight savings, cold cash. I use a high yield savings account, so I don't feel so bad about doing that anymore. Next, let's talk about health. So maybe you had some parties or you attended some parties and you had some delicious drinks, and maybe you had a little more alcohol than you usually do. Maybe you ate a lot more than you usually do. I love to stand at a party. I stand by the table. A couple of my friends can attest to this, but I literally stand at the table and graze. And I look like I'm kind of also working at the party. And so I just tell people like, oh yeah, try that cheese. And that's brie or that's English cheddar or Dubliner or whatever. And I kind of help my party hosts by manning the table per se. So if that's you, what I would suggest, because we come out of the holidays feeling super sluggish, and I don't know about you, but I think a lot of people have also, especially in the Bay Area where I live, people are getting sick left, right, and center. My poor baby girl has been sick for weeks and weeks coming back from Chicago. And I've been under the weather. As you can hear my voice, I have a little bit of congestion. So, and my husband, my son, like all of us. So anyway, um, just some good habits is just make sure you are increasing your intake of liquids again, going back to your normal routines of maybe drinking a lot more water every day. I kind of lost track of the days and time when I was off. My work gives us like a very generous time off over the winter break. And it's called winter break, which is kind of fun. And I literally lost track of days. I did not know what day it was. And I also wasn't drinking my water, which I do more when I'm working because it's like a habit. So sip and hydrate right now if you've got your bottle next to you. But anyway, so increase your water intake and maybe add some supplements for detoxing. So I've been taking milk thistle, a very all natural supplement for the last maybe month or so going into the holidays. And to be honest with you, it really makes me feel good. I don't know if it's a thing, but it makes you regular. So, my husband and I have been taking it for a while. It detoxes the liver, which is the organ where most of detoxification happens in our bodies. So you could add a supplement that could potentially help you feel healthier and feel better. So drinking water, a sup, excuse me, adding a supplement or two, and exercise. So um, Snorefest, I'm one of those people. I have very little motivation when it comes to exercise, and I'm doing a lot of physical therapy for my arms, and anyway, I think a good way to do this is just go easy on yourself and make the promise to yourself really easy. Like I promise myself I will get on my mat once a week and for 5 minutes. And if you can't keep a 5 minute promise to yourself, then that's another video that we can chat about. But so 5 minutes, get on my mat, sit there. If you can't do anything, just sit and breathe. But as you get used to the act of pulling out your mat, and actually what I started doing was just keeping it out next to my bed. So first thing in the morning, I roll off the bed and I sit on my mat, and I love it. It's actually made getting back into doing yoga since I've had my surgery. It's made it just a little bit easier. It's getting over those little hurdles that can actually stop us from doing the thing that's so important, like having to get dressed or change into yoga clothes, and pulling out the mat and setting it up might be a hurdle enough for you to not do it. And so what I do is I have the mat out and I don't change. I just stay in my pajamas, whatever they are. It doesn't matter what I'm wearing. And I just do whatever flow that comes to me. So let's see, we talked about health and we talked about finances. Let's talk about home. So when the holidays comes around, I have a place in my house that I call the procrastination station, and that is my lovely garage. So what happens is if we're in a somewhat, I wouldn't say full-on frenzy, but if you're just in somewhat of a busy mode, you have guests, you have people staying at your house, you have people coming over, which we did the whole holiday time was actually much busier than I had anticipated. And basically what I do is when I have something that I can't think of, like the decision fatigue has just gotten to be big and I just can't think of it, I take it and I literally lob it. I throw it into the garage on a couch that I have out there in my she cave. And by the end of the holidays, my couch was just full and things were actually falling off. So, I mean, I throw everything like recycle boxes, all that stuff. So, basically do a reset after the holidays. Go through your home, get all the recycle stuff, put away all the Christmas decor, make sure it's in the correct bins, boxes, and bags. Mark everything. If you haven't marked them the past year, go ahead and mark it this year so it'll make it easier for you next year. And, or actually, it'll make it easier for you this year because Christmas is going to be here in 11 months. So, yeah, basically just do a cleaning reset. I like to take one room at a time and do a deep clean. So our kitchen saw a lot of action. So basically what I did a few days after January 1st, I needed a couple of days to just rest and rejuvenate. And I did pretty much a semi-deep cleaning. Like I scrubbed everything and it felt so good and it looked so good and so sparkly after. And I have this spray that I love to use. It's called Life Proof. And I sprayed all my stainless appliances with it so that they stay nicer, longer, and they're not supposed to gather up fingerprints, which I think they still do. But anyway, just go about your home, get it reset, and I promise you, just taking care of these three things after the holidays will really make you feel so much better about yourself, about your home, about your finances. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe and share if you know somebody who might enjoy watching organizing videos or travel videos, which are the other videos I like to do. And the other thing is I'm going to start doing live sessions. And please email me if you would like to do a live organizing session with me. That would be amazing. Actually, I'm not sure how I would do that, but maybe we could just do a Zoom call and live, and then I can upload it to YouTube. But anyway, please email me if you need help with any room. Totally would love to help you. And that's it, everyone. Have a great evening. Have a great rest of your week, and we will talk soon. Bye, everybody.